What's up guys, it's Austin Pro today. Apple has released iOS 14 Beta 1 to developers today. So this is developer beta, but wrong name here. So that should be fixed in the next beta. So it came in about 2.8 gigabytes on my iPhone 10. On my iPhone 11 I installed it. Build number is 18A5301V. And there are a number of big changes I want to show you guys today. And the first one is the app library. So previously on iOS 13 on the left here, you couldn't swipe over all the way. But now on iOS 14, you can swipe over and get your app library. It's really cool. So if I tap on the settings here, it opens. And if I tap into the bottom corner here, you can see it makes all the rest of the apps zoom in and pan out like this. And it organizes them by app category and app name, which is really, really cool. So categorize all my apps by the name and category. So that's how it works. If you pull down, you can search your entire app library. Made it easier to find because back in iOS 4.0 in 2010, they introduced just regular folders, which made it easier to clean up your home screen, but not easier to find your apps. But now with the app library in 14.0, it's a lot easier to find them now. Really nice change there, Apple. So I'm still trying to get used to this. And this next one is Translate. So here's the brand new translation app Apple introduced on iOS 14 here. So if you turn your phone landscape, you can go into conversation mode, which means if you type it in English here, it'll automatically be translated into Spanish on this end, which is really cool. So, and this next one is Apple has introduced some brand new wallpapers here. So if you go to wallpaper on both here, go to stills, you can see there's 3 brand new darkened wallpapers on iOS 14 on the right here. So in iOS 13 they introduced these 4, but now they've introduced 3 new ones and kept the iOS wallpaper this time. They did not remove any wallpapers, which is great. So Apple should keep adding on to it, not removing. So really cool. And you see in stills, pretty much nothing there. Same for live wallpapers. Everything else like that still pretty much the same here. And this next one is in privacy. You now get a bunch of new options here, like tracking up here, like App Store requested tracking here, brand new local network tab, redesigned microphone icon right here. So in iOS 13 it looked like this. iOS 14 looks like that. Really cool. And the research one has been renamed to research sensor usage data. Really cool. So a lot of small changes here, like in accessibility. You can see here now VoiceOver has this new icon right here, and the magnifier has been changed from yellow to the black, which is really cool. And down here at the bottom here, there's a new sound recognition tab. So recognize the sounds of the device you're using to like help your hearing so it won't get damaged, like in loud situations, I think. I'm not sure yet, but really cool. And previously, on the side button here, you used to have these options, but now there's 2 new side buttons, like enable confirm with switch control and assistive touch. Really cool. And there's a new Siri tab down here too. So you can now turn type to Siri like the usual, but there's 2 new ones, like show apps behind Siri and always listen for Hey Siri, which is really cool. So brand new options right here. So there are a lot of small, very little changes that I cannot find all of them, but really cool. And the next one is in the weather app now, that in iOS 13 here, you have the high-end locations here, but now it's right here. So they're the demo location. It's just an example location I'm using, if you guys are wondering. So the high and low now is like under its temperature, just like iOS 7 was. Previously on iOS 7 here, you had to tap here, but then moved it here. Now it's back up to top where it's supposed to be. Really cool. And you got like air quality now. Really cool. So another example location in New York now. And they now have next hour forecast. Like you can now check the hourly right here for like the drizzle. You didn't have it on iOS 13 previously, and it will now tell you the percent of rain for the day now, which is really nice change. So you see in iOS 13 on the left here, it just shows the weather here, but on iOS 14 it now shows percentage rain for the whole day. Really nice change. And if you go down here to the bottom, the plus button right here for adding more cities has been redesigned to a search icon. Really cool. Oops, sorry about that. If I shut the camera. And if we go in the control center here, you guys can see now that the home and TV widget is now big at the bottom. Really cool to reflect the brand new widgets right here. So awesome change. And I do want to check out the control center very quick because I've not checked that out yet. So in control center, you see right here. You now have instead of tapping customize controls, you now have all these other controls and 2 new ones for sleep mode and sound recognition. Really cool. So sleep mode is a brand new feature coming to Apple Watch later this year, because you're wondering about that. So I will not be making a video on it because it's too hard to find the WatchOS features. They're too hard to find and compare to, so wondering about that. And it now says show home control for accessories. previously just had customized controls. So that's basically what the home control down here was. So if I turn this off, for example, it will change back to this. If I turn that back on here, it will show the home controls and Apple TV controls, which is really cool. So a bunch of new features coming to iOS 14 I meant. So that's not even all of them. So if I go to like settings back down to the bottom to the new settings for translate, and here's the new feature, a brand new option for app clips. So it'll now preview the app before you choose to buy it or get it for free on the App Store, which is really cool. So if you tap in here, it says remove all app clips. So these are not used right now. So that will be enabled later this year. So it's currently not working right now. And in Mail right here, you can see that in iOS 13 here, you didn't have accounts, but they've now moved instead of having the tab right here for accounts and passwords, they now put the accounts back in the Mail section like the old days and put passwords separate, just like in iOS 12. Really cool change here. Or 11, I'm not sure which one was though, but the Mail accounts and the password are now separate again. It's really cool. And they've renamed the tab for App Store is now called App Store now. iOS 13 here is called iTunes and App Store. So it's now just called App Store. Really nice change. So that's pretty much the biggest feature in iOS 13 that I could find for right now. So and I'll cover more of this later in my future video. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up for my video. Peace.